Hey, what's up guys? Fishaholics here. It's just me today, Derek. Jake's not here. But I was just kind of hanging out and I wanted to go over a couple baits that might help you guys catch some fish in these hot summer months. A lot of the fish are going to be stacked more towards the bottom, down in weeds and grass, but they're still catchable. Most people think, okay, well, my usual tactics aren't going to work. And we've gone out on the water past couple times and we've caught decent sized fish, so I'm going to share with you guys what we were doing. So for the burst bait here, a lot of people think if you go big bait you catch big fish, and that's true to an extent. We use these little jigs. They're called Bitsy jigs. They're jigs, but they're only like 1/8 of an ounce. They're really small. I know it probably looks bigger for you guys, but to my hand, which I don't have massive hands, it's not a very big jig. But the first video we did, Jake threw a Bitsy jig and he caught 5 fish that day and caught 3 of them on the Bitsy jig. And it's just a great tactic for when the bass are really finicky or when they're not biting the usuals. And I usually like to go black and blue with colors because the lake we fish is usually murkier. Jake would tell me colors don't matter, but I always find that the color does, matter. Alright, so that's enough about the Bitsy jig for now. So next, I want to go over one of my personal favorites. There was last Saturday, me and Jake went fishing out on the lake, and I actually caught 4 fish that day. I caught 2 3-pounders and a 4-pounder, and then a little dink. But all day, I kid you not, I was throwing a drop shot. Everyone knows how to rig a drop shot. There's no reason for me to show you how to rig a drop shot. But for the trailer, I was using these purple worms with some like sparkles in them. Like, they got the little sparkles. And I don't know why, but it's the only thing they would eat. Jake again told me, hey, color doesn't matter. Throw a different color. Hey, you bet you're going to still catch fish. I switched it. Did not catch another fish the entire day. It's because I ran out. I actually just went to the store and picked these up. That's why I had the idea to make this video. But these purple worms, I kid you not, I hook them up onto a drop shot. I weedless rig them with like a regular offset bass hook. You can use smaller hooks if you want. I know a lot of people, they don't like to weedless rig drop shots, but I think it's stupid because I just proved I caught 4 fish on it with the purple worms. I'm telling you, they're killer, especially in these summer months when you're fishing down deeper. The bass aren't really going to be able to see, so I don't know. The purple worm, I don't really know the science behind it, but the purple worm, it works. Okay, there's no reason not to use it. It works. So Bitsy jig, we would usually throw these with craws. We'll put rage tails on the back of them and we'll just drop them down and then jig them up and drop them down. When it comes to the purple worms, the way I would fish it is like I said, regular weedless rig offset hook. I like to use bigger hooks. I feel like the hookup ratio is better with the bigger hooks, but that's just my personal opinion. A lot of people think you have to use little drop shot hooks, but you don't. I catch plenty of fish on the drop shot with the bigger hooks. Weedless rig it, it'll be fine. It's not going to affect how many fish are going to bite. But trust me, with the bigger hook, you're going to get a better hookup ratio. I'm sorry, I keep looking over there because there's something like moving around. I'm outside, something like moving around over in the brush over there. It's weird. Probably like a rabbit or something, but alright. So weedless rig it, drop it down. It's a great little tactic. It's something. See, the reason I really like this, the reason I will live by the drop shot and the purple worm is because you can catch them all year round with it. It's not just a summer bass thing. So, in recap, those are just 2 baits for today. I thought, it would be cool to kind of share what we've been doing with these hotter summer months. Then you'll also see us, we throw frogs. Me and him have been really failing with the frog game recently. Man, I've only ever caught one fish on a frog, and it was this little tiny, my first ever frog. It was about this big, and it was yellow, and it was the only fish. It was just a dink. It was like a pounder. It was tiny. But we've been trying to get on the frog game, the topwater game, but they're not having it. Well, there was one day, the same day I went out and I caught those 4 bass. We hit it. We were out from like 3 until 9, so we had 6 hours of fishing, and it was a solid day of fishing. We hit it hard the first couple hours, moved around a couple times, didn't catch much after that. But then when we were throwing the frogs, we had blow-ups like crazy, but we're still new to frog fishing, so we missed every single one. I'll have to show you the frogs in a later video, but thanks for watching today. Bitsy jig, purple worm, I'm telling you, can't go wrong with it. Have a nice day. Just remember, try new things, keep fishing. It's just so much fun. See ya.